Welcome back to Dirty 20, everybody. Today we discuss the moral compass of the companions of the Hall, Catti Brie. Let's get on with the show. After having discussed Bruno Battlehammer and Drizzt Do'Urden, companions of the Hall, today it's the turn of Catti Brie. Much like Bruno Battlehammer, Catti Brie appears in a lot of novels and some video games, including things like the Icewind Dale trilogy, written by R.A. Salvatore, as well as the awesome Baldur's Gate 2 Shadows of Arm. Now, a little bit on Catti Brie's history. She lost her mother in childbirth, and her father died in a goblin attack. This attack was eventually repelled by Clan Battlehammer. And this was when Bruno Battlehammer found the young child and adopted her as his daughter. Her name was Catelyn, and Bruno gave her the name Brienne, which is the female version of Bruno. So therefore her interesting name, Catti Brie. Still, as a young girl, she was instrumental in convincing Bruno Battlehammer that Drizzt was a good guy. Her kindness also brought her close with Wulfgar, who at the time was an indentured servant who had kind of been captured after his people had attacked 10 towns, and although, you know, their relationship develops, you know, both with Bruno and Catti and Wulfgar, at first it was not great, but she was the first to kind of, you know, get close to him. In her teens, she was kidnapped by an assassin who was sent to capture Regis, the thief and confidant of Bruno Battlehammer. She would escape and later catch up with her father, Drizzt, and Wulfgar, and head out to try to save Regis, but not before witnessing what she thought was her father's death when he rode a flaming dragon to its doom. More on that in the Bruno Battlehammer video. But they were reunited, and once they got back to Mithril Hall and were able to put Bruno on the throne, that's when her and Wulfgar started developing a romantic relationship. Tragically, this is when Wulfgar would die, crushed in a cave-in trying to save the others. Due to Wulfgar's demise, Bruno fell into a deep depression, and Catti Brie decided to follow Drizzt to Menzoberranzan, his home city. They would, however, be separated, and she would fall into the hands of Jarlaxle Bainray. Eventually, she and Jarlaxle, along with someone else, would go and rescue Drizzt, who was being tortured, and this is where she would pick up her sentient sword, Khazad Dâr. She would have to battle the sentient sword, as you kind of always do. Seriously, if you find a sword that starts talking to you, just put it down, walk away, and just save everyone a lot of hassle, because this always happens. But back to Catti Brie. Anyway, this is when her and Drizzt would start to develop a little bit of a romance, but there was a dampener put on it because, well, you know, Wulfgar had died, she had been engaged to marry him, and, you know, Drizzt is just an awkward dude. Now, after defeating the Drow army that followed them back to Mithril Hall, Catti Brie and Drizzt would go off and become pirate hunters for 6 years. More on that later. After this period, Wulfgar would actually be returned to them, not having technically died, but having been tortured and killed over and over and revived over and over, which had a terrible impact on Wulfgar. And when he returned, he couldn't reconnect with the companions, and he couldn't reconnect with Catti Brie because her image had been used to torture him, and so she kept pushing, and he ended up striking her, and he left because he couldn't handle it. Catti Brie would not follow him and would understand and kind of let him go But later, she and the companions would kind of go looking for Wulfgar because there were rumors about, bandits with brands of Aegisfang, which is Wulfgar's weapon. Eventually, they would catch up with Wulfgar, but now he was married and had an adopted daughter. Awkward. Catti Brie would later be injured quite badly in an orc ambush, which would lead her to be trained to be a wizard as she felt that her combat skills were blunted. She would be trained by Alastriel Silverhand, one of the Seven Sisters and a chosen of Mystra. She would also finally marry Drizzt, but this bliss would not last. During the spellplay, Catti Brie was struck by a falling strand of the weave. What this meant is that her spirit was separated from her body. Companions of the Hall would do everything in their power to help Catti Brie, but she would have her spirit taken by the goddess Mirliki. She was granted one last night with her beloved Drizzt. But as usual, this was not the end. Catti Brie would be reincarnated and reunited with the Companions of the Hall and Drizzt, once again marrying him and having his daughter. So, Catti Brie is a formidable warrior, and her story just has a lot of really cool stuff that we can mine for our campaigns. For me, definitely the period of her life that interests me the most is her time as a pirate hunter on the Sea of Swords. I absolutely love pirates, and in fact, my second campaign ever was a kind of, it started out as a pirate-themed one, and was just a lot of fun. I love the idea of the PCs being like these small-time pirates who maybe get caught up in this kind of big thing and end up being chased by Catti Brie and Drizzt Do'Urden. You know, I think that would be a lot of fun, even if, you know, at first it's kind of like a misunderstanding and the PCs aren't necessarily the bad guys, but, you know, from their perspective, they certainly are. I think that would be a lot of fun. Well, there we have it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Do let us know what you think about Catti Brie in the comments below. Please do like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, keep slaying. If you've enjoyed this content, then please smash that like button, subscribe, share this around online, and come and visit our website, www.lavictoriaproductions.com, to see all our past episodes, as well as our blog posts and all the stuff that we're currently working on at La Victoria Productions. Why not reach out to us and tell us what you think of our videos? You can reach us on Twitter. @MouthLaVictoria is our producer. We are also on Instagram. I am EnanoLVP, and our producer is Jazzy J. Shiro. We're also La Victoria Productions on Facebook and LinkedIn. Come on by and let us know what you think.